Hola everybody, it's me, back at it again with another video. This is a sit down, very close and personal kind of video, so I hope you guys are ready for it. I did promise you guys a video. You guys can read the title. I was fired from Target, whatever you want to call it. So like I said, I wanted to make this video a little personal because one, this happened 6 years ago, so that person who I was then definitely does not reflect who I am now. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, share, like, whatever you want to do. And let's get to the video because this is gonna be juicy. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be rather entertaining. So let's get to it. I really don't want to egg this on or make this a long story than it has to be. One, because I am on my lunch break from work, so I do have to make this pretty quickly. Not too quickly, just enough where you guys can really comprehend the situation. If you're watching, I hope you guys can take something out of this, maybe a lesson learned, because I'm pretty sure there was a lesson learned on this story. So let's get to this video. What? Okay, all right. So again, this happened about maybe 6 years ago. I was about maybe 19, 20 years old. I was working at Target. Was working there for almost 3 months. I was about to make my 90-day probation period. So if you've ever worked for Target, they give you a 90-day period where you're not supposed to call in, not be late, and you know, all those stuff that gets you pretty much fired. So long story short, I was able to get this job because my brother worked at the warehouse in the back or whatever. So I was able to use him as a reference and get the job. I was very likable there, mostly because, you know, I'm pretty awesome and I'm pretty great. But I feel like I did make quite a few acquaintances there, quite a few associates that I still speak to this day. Sorry, I had to think about the word. I was just like, what is that word? Yeah, but anyways, so I made a few friends there. The supervisors were pretty cool. I feel like they did like me as well because they gave me hours. So if you worked at Target and you started off as a part-timer, they start you off with small amount of hours. And if they see that you are able to accommodate with more hours, they'll give you more hours. So I was getting more hours. And honestly, I'm a morning kind of person. So I'm like up at 7 in the morning, up and dandy, like, hi, good morning, everyone. Like, that's just me, you know? So they would give me morning shifts all the time, which I didn't mind. At the end of like the 3rd month I was coming, the 3rd month where I was about to be over with the 90-day probation, at the end, they stopped giving me the register. If you worked at Target, they're gonna cross-train you to do other things, right? So I'm thinking, oh, they're just cross-training me, right? Wrong. I was definitely wrong. So from the register, I went to the lost and found area or whatever. Not lost and found. It was the, what is it called? You know that area where you bring in your stuff and something's wrong with it, whatever. I was training on that side too. And then after that, they were training me to, I think it was like pick up the carts from outside and like pick up trash in the front or whatever. At first, I didn't really think nothing of it because I was just like, okay, well, they're just cross-training me. They just want me to learn more since I'm about to finish my 90-day period, right? Right. I was wrong. I was very wrong. This story time does include a person who's no longer my friend. Now, I am only making this video, so it could be like a lesson learned kind of video to whoever's watching. I'm not making this video for any bad blood. I don't have anything against this person. It happened. Life happens. We moved on. I've moved on. Anyways, we were friends since like grade school. I think it was like maybe 5th grade up until like high school. There was a few moments where we did fall off, but we would always somehow reunite and be friends, right? We considered each other best friends, technically, right? And we just stopped being friends just about maybe 2 years ago. I want to say 2-3 years ago, we stopped being friends. That's another story for another time. So yeah, anyways. So she uses me as a reference. Before this incident happened, before she started working at Target, now I'm not really going based on event to event, so I hope you guys are paying attention. Before this person started working at Target, this person showed up to my register without letting me know, without having any kind of consent to me, letting me know that she was about to show up and basically steal. So this person shows up by herself. She had about maybe 3 or 4 things. She only paid for 1 thing. I was a little taken back from it because I was just like, wait, what are you doing? Like, why didn't you just text me, call me, and let me know that you're coming? Let me know that what you're gonna do. Because again, we never agreed on anything. So I let it pass, I let it slide. One, I feel like honestly, back then, I was so easily manipulated by people, especially by narcissistic people. I didn't really knew what a narcissist meant until I actually, you know, looked it up. I had a lot of those who called themselves my friend and turned out to be really narcissistic people. Anyways, that's a whole different story. I really don't want to blame it on that person because at the end of the day, I could have just easily been like, no. But again, like I said, I was easily manipulated back in the day, so I really didn't know how to say no to people. So anywho, she shows up that first time, right? I'm thinking nothing of it, I'm letting it go, blah, 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 right? So then, she shows up again. Not once, but twice. And again, yet again, she did not warn me. She did not tell me, hey, I'm coming. Oh, excuse me. She didn't really warn me she was coming this time or the first time. She never told me what she was about to do. She never told me she was about to show up with her friend and her friend's mom. Yeah, you heard that right. Her friend and her friend's mom. And obviously, yes, I knew the other girl and I knew the mom too. So I was just a little, this time I was baffled. I was just like, wow, okay, so you show up not with just yourself, but your friend and your friend's mom. And they all three of them got things. Like, and I'm not saying things, they got over $300 or $400 worth of merchandise. It was clothes, makeup, toys, anything you can think of for girls, they had in the damn cart. And again, yes, again, I will keep telling you and I will keep reminding you, we never agreed on any of this. We never sat and said, okay, I'm gonna go here at this time and we're gonna this and this. Like, no. Like, there was never an agreement on you coming by, telling me, hey, are you on the register now so I can go by? Like, no, there was never an agreement. So that's why I was taking back from this because I'm like, whoa, like, yo, first of all, you're supposed to be my friend. Now you're jeopardizing my job. Not once, but twice. So I'm just like, wow. I remember scanning these things because, again, it was over $400 or $500 worth of merchandise. So I was like, just bloop, bloop, bloop. And when you get trained for Target, you watch a video. And there's a video where there's things that you shouldn't do. And the one thing you should probably never do is look at the camera when you're stealing. And I wasn't stealing, not personally me, because I didn't get nothing from this. I didn't get nothing, nada, just a criminal record. Period. No, just kidding. I actually didn't get a criminal record, but that's later on. Hold up, we're still getting there. So then, as I'm scanning all these things, I'm talking to her, I'm like, you are gonna pay for this, right? And she's like, Ricky, I only like have $50. And honestly, I'm over-exaggerating the $50 because I'm 100% it was not even $50. I promise you this. I promise you this. And this is why I got caught because my dumbass didn't really think about it. I'm like, okay, so if this person is stealing over $500, $400 worth of merchandise, they have to pay at least 30% of this. But they didn't pay anything. And I'm telling you, nothing, nada. They didn't pay anything whatsoever. And I remember being so nervous. I remember those butterflies in my stomach because I knew exactly what I was doing. I was doing something wrong. I was doing something illegal, right? Basically. So time passes by after that. And this is where the situation where she tries to start working at Target. She actually got to work one day at Target. She was working at the Pizza Hut there or whatever. And I was already at work. So I'm working my shift, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then one of the supervisors comes to me. The supervisor who actually hired me came to my line and he was like, hey, turn off your light. I need to speak with you. And I honestly didn't think nothing of it. I honestly thought I wasn't gonna get caught. I really thought nothing was ever gonna get mentioned. And boy, I was wrong. So the supervisor takes me out of the register. So he starts conversating with me, right? While we walk to the office or whatnot. He's like, so how do you like working here? And I'm honestly like telling him, you know, I love working here. I love having my morning shifts because I'm a morning person or whatever. So then we proceed to go into his office and he sits down. The whole energy in the room changed quickly as soon as he dropped three pictures like individually, but they were faced backwards, so I couldn't see what pictures they were. He switched over these pictures, he switched them over, and in those three pictures, there was me, hi, there was my friend, my friend's friend, and my friend's friend's mom. And I was like, I just got caught. So he proceeds to ask me, do you know these people? To be honest, you guys, I honestly did not hesitate in telling them anything because, I mean, one, me and these people did not agree on anything. I never sat there and said, yeah, show up at this time, show up on my register. No. Never did that, not once. Two, these people are supposed to be my friends and they're jeopardizing my job. So again, I did not hesitate in telling them, yes, I know this one, I know her, I know her. I was like, yes, I know all three of them. Yup, sure did. Sure did. So then he asks me, why did you do this? And again, this comes back to me being easily manipulated by people back in the day, and I really didn't pay mind to the type of people that I would hang around with or surround myself with. An excuse that I would always use is the fact that the long period of time that I've known these people, I would never think that these people would put me in some kind of predicaments like this, you know, because I mean, I've known you for so long. To me, it's just like, wow, you know, it kind of like baffled me at the time, because I'm just like, I would never try and jeopardize your job. I mean, that's how you get your income, that's how you eat. So it's just like, what the hell, right? Keeps going with the conversation. He's like, well, you are being terminated. You will no longer be working at a Target ever again. You were trying to give me a ticket over $500. But this is why it's good to be okay with your managers, supervisors, co-workers. Honesty is the best policy, you guys. And I was always taught to tell the truth. Even if I'm wrong, even if I did something wrong, I'm gonna own up to my mistake. I'm gonna own up to whatever I did, because I mean, one, they have proof, so there's no point in me saying, no, that ain't me. And even though I have a twin brother, yeah, that's not gonna work. Before I left, my manager, well, my ex-manager told me, hey, your friend is gonna come into work today, so we would really appreciate you if you don't tell her anything. And I'm like, but why? And she's like, well, she's gonna go to jail. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, damn. In my head, I'm like, shit, I probably shouldn't have said her name, huh? But then again, they had a picture of her, so they knew exactly who she was, and she had just started working there. So I'm like, she was gonna get caught regardless, right? So after that happened, I obviously agreed not to say anything at the time. And then on my way home, I was really thinking about it. I was really thinking about the situation. So what did I do? What did the good friend do? What, me, because I'm the good friend. So I called her and I told her, hey, I just got fired or whatnot. And she couldn't believe it, blah, 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 because time had passed. After whatever that happened, time passed. So when I called her and I let her know that I got fired, I also told her, because the good friend that I am, I decided, I'm like, hey, you might not want to go into work today. And she's like, why? And I'm just like, well, unless you don't want to go to jail, you might not want to show up, okay? And so I basically saved her butt. I saved her from going to jail that day. And why did I do that? I really don't know. I mean, honestly, because I am a good, loyal friend. Like, why would I want to be the reason why you went to jail? But at the end of the day, it's kind of your fault, you know? You would think after this situation, maybe I would have defriended this person as a friend. But no. We kept being friends even after that. Years later, like I said, we actually stopped being friends a year or 2 years ago. And there was a lot of things that transpired before we actually stopped being friends. So moral to this story is, some people can't be trusted. Some people who call themselves friends aren't your friends. Yes, this is my little story. This is what happened, and I am here. I'm queer. I'm doing better than ever. But this was the first time ever me doing a sober video. Is it? I don't know. I think so. No, actually, no. I've done a sober video before. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.